Hi friends, how are you doing? How is your Sunday going? I hope it's going fine. But as you are right there enjoying yourself this weekend, let us bring to our attention that there is a young man called Omoyele Sowore. You might not be a friend of him and you might not really like his idea. Probably you have some information about him that I do not have. Well, let us just remember that this man is in prison, just like how a young man also called Nnamdi Kanu went to jail in Nigeria because he was clamoring for a better life for himself, his children unborn, his children, sorry, and generally for Igbo people. Of course, right now he added some friends of Biafra into this. The Department of State Service DSS formally filed charges against Omoyele Sowore. They trumped up some charges, the convener of Revolution Now movement, on Thursday. I brought you that story. The secret police filed a 5-count charge bordering on some very funny, fictitious charges. They said he insulted the president and they called it cyber stalking. They also brought up some very ridiculous, shameful allegations, such as he transferred money from America and $16,000. $16,000. How much is $16,000? For crying out loud? How much is $16,000? And they said he transferred it thrice. This is someone that lectures in the university, and the wife also is a professor in law, and they are talking of $16,000. How shameful! How can someone on seat oust this present government in Nigeria with $30,000? That is a shame. DSS, that's a shame. So they charged him and some other people, some other guy too, of something similar to that. The service is accusing the Sahara Reporters publisher of causing insult to the person of the President Muhammadu Buhari, money laundering, and declared treason because he organized Revolution Now. Sowore has been in detention since August 2nd. He was arrested on the eve of a nationwide protest which was scheduled to hold on August 5th. His arrest was a crackdown on Revolution Now protesters by security agents around the country on the day the protest was scheduled to hold. Following the news that Sowore was being charged for insulting the president, Nigerians took to their social media handles, and I'm just going to quickly go through that. It is so shameful that this present administration is trying to bring Nigerians much worse than they are. Here, someone writes, after this Sowore news, I no go ever insult Buhari again. I no one go jail, I beg. Now this is the same thing that Reno Mokri said. He pointed a little bit at this. He said Nigerians are people that laugh, joke. That's what they do. They joke when they are supposed to act, but then they cry, they lament when the consequences come. When you are supposed to act, you laugh, you joke. This is subtly written there, but when you look at this, it simply shows that we are right now in an administration that is now a dictatorship. Here, another person writes, it's really sad to watch. The young man means well for our dear Nigeria. And this is Don Jazzy. Who is next? I plead for Sowore, free Sowore. Now, it's quite unfortunate that many of them were not speaking out. They were not speaking out. But right now, they come to realize that this might get to them. Yes, someone write full dictatorship, that's Buhari for Nigerians. Can you imagine FG, Abakari, and DSS accuse him of insult? That is why Sowore is in prison, languishing. Nigeria must have sense by force, by fire. Now, I know a lot of you have been desensitized. You don't even understand a lot of things. You are like a sheep and you think you need a shepherd. And I oftentimes tell you that it is right time for the young people and any concerned Nigerian, anyone that believes that they are suffering, to realize that you should be a revolutionary that reflects, so that you don't end up like a dictator after you've been able to get that opportunity to become a local government chairman or someone that has the opportunity to make a change. He writes here, it's now a crime to insult the president. One of the charges against Sowore is for insulting Buhari. With a rubber stamp National Assembly, a bill may be passed to that effect. Wow. Another person writes, I think I want to finally leave for Canada. Buhari charging Sowore for insult and cyber stalking is uncalled for. It only proves that the country have a to-do list of misplaced priorities. In fact, it is verified that we dwell in a sick nation. Please, when is the next bus leaving? Another person writes, when Goodluck Jonathan heard that Sowore was paid to insult him between 2011 and 2015 in favor of Buhari, is being charged for insulting Buhari. I don't want to interfere in a family matter, I beg. Now, I brought you that story of Reno Mokri highlighting certain things, although he was trying to I think he's trying to make Goodluck Jonathan a saint, and it's quite unfortunate that Nigeria has never been better even under Goodluck Jonathan. There might be freedom of speech to some extent, yes, but I believe that Nigeria has never had it good. If you think you've had it good during this man's time, Goodluck Jonathan, you can drop your comment in the section and tell me what you gained. If electricity was just in order, if you had constant supply of electricity, if economy was good, if there wasn't traffic, if life was good, security was okay, let us meet at the comment section. For me, my own personal opinion about this, I'm not talking of your opinion, and if you agree to my opinion, let us meet at the comment section. Nigeria has never had it good. You've always seen yourself as the leader of tomorrow, but unfortunately they are the ones there. And apart from that, yes, we have some few young people that came in like Goodluck Jonathan, but they were unable to really impact. Although Goodluck Jonathan acted, although they call him Mr. Slow, Mr. This and that, well, let us see what this present administration, this next level, how fast and how smooth they are. Someone writes, Sowore worked very well for Buhari and APC in 2015. He used the Sahara Reporters platform to abuse, insult and drag former President Goodluck Jonathan. But today, he is a victim of the government he has assisted to power. May your story never be like Sowore case in Jesus' name. Well, Sowore might have written, and it's quite unfortunate that he found a way to kick out. He did his own piece. Not that he was a major player there, but he did what he could do. He brought out dirt. This is the same thing he's doing in this present administration. This is what they call revolution with reflection. You just don't move, you reflect, you check, you go back to the drawing board. So he realized that this present administration is also a criminal acting in a different, acting a different script. So he decided to write, and it's quite unfortunate that a dictator will always be a dictator. Buhari knows nothing else. How can, Nigerians are kind of funny sometimes. How can you, although they claim that he had some good antecedent, that's Buhari, he never stole when he was this, he never stole when he was that, and all of the stories that we heard, that we heard. Probably, I don't know why, but unfortunately, it was voted in. Now, I'm not saying everyone clamoring for removal of Buhari and shouting about his non-performance or his underperformance. I'm not saying all of them are truthful. Many of them are the elite. It could be your pastor right there in your church that is not having Buhari coming to him with that check, that extra dollars, and giving them some free bees, giving them opportunities to park for free and doing stuff like that, and they claim that, oh, this one respects God by giving them free parking space. Some of them might be shouting and crying. That doesn't mean they are saying the truth. But you, an average Nigerian that has no electricity, you are the one saying the truth. Single mothers that do not get support from the government, you are the one saying the truth. Nigerians that have been desensitized and they feel that they need to cry out now, you are the one saying the truth. Not some of those pastors that are elite are enjoying life, fleecing their flocks, just like how Nigerian executive government and the senators are fleecing the Nigerian economy. They are fleecing them in the name of God. It's just, selling religion to them. It could be a Muslim cleric, it could be just anything, fleecing their flocks. They are also repeating the same thing, promising you some El Dorado. That is the same thing the government will come in, promise you some El Dorado, give you some stipend during election, and they loot when they get the opportunity there. They put their children there, their kids come back into politics to do what? To ride you. It's time for us to stand up right now. And I say, be a revolutionary, not just an activist that act. Don't just come out and say let us protest and you keep talking and shouting we need this, we need that. Be a revolutionary that reflects. You must have the ability to look deep into yourself, examine your ways, examine your actions, and let us be guided by this. Imagine a military base with everyone with their guns. Do you know it would be difficult for another person to try to ride the other? That is what we should be, so that if any of these revolutionaries or activists become president in Nigeria, so they don't become a tyrant, let us all be a revolutionary, so they will know that this group of people, although I'm the president, the governor, the local government chairman of this world, of this part of Nigeria, these people are also military men too. They are revolutionaries. They have their mouth, their thoughts, their conscience as a tool, as a gun. So let me be very careful, because they cannot be fooled. That is what we need to become now. Yes, someone right, insult is not a crime. It is a personal issue. Best you can do is sue for libel. We don't have, let's say, majesty law in Nigeria. Insulting the president from insult, federal government charged Sowore with treasonable felony, accuses him of insulting Buhari. Wow. Here someone writes, federal government charges Sowore with treasonable felony, accusing him of insulting Buhari. Really, felony insulting Buhari? Which sitting government did Buhari not insult? He even threatened violence in Goodluck Jonathan's era and wasn't questioned by security agents. So you can see a lot of comments. Yes, someone right. The federal government has charged Sowore for conspiracy to commit treason. In the suit dated September 19, the government accused Sowore of granting an interview which purpose caused insult on the person of the president of the country. This is shameful. Yes, someone right. The government accused Sowore of granting an interview which purpose caused insult and on the person of the president and the country. You guys are not all right inside that villa. Seriously, next thing may be accusing Buhari critics of blasphemy. The number of insults Trump has received since becoming president of USA was too much compared to what Sowore said to Boo Boo, and nobody was jailed, prosecuted, or arrested. This shows how backward and low our government is. Of course, what do you expect? If you elected a military personnel, a dictator, you are going to have more of that thing that he has inside of himself. Yes, alright. Well, on this Sowore case, in as much as Buhari is wrong in a sense, it's safe to say that Sowore brought this on himself, not just by insulting, but also by past sins to Goodluck Jonathan. Sowore is just getting a taste of the seed he has sown. Here, someone right. This is the reason why this country will ever be backwards. I don't know if you are just saying it for the clout or you really mean this shit. Boko Haram kills thousands daily. Fulani herdsmen kill thousands daily, but all they are offered is immunity and money. But Sowore with gun. Okay, I think this person is saying, but Sowore doesn't have a gun. Sowore is tired of the way the country is like the rest of us. He wants a change. That is all he is saying. Wow, is this not democracy again? But nitwits like you guys want him jailed for no reason. No wonder Nigeria is the way it is. Yes, someone writes, Sowore pleads guilty of all these charges, but before you jail him, prove to us that these actions are against the tenets of democracy. Full-blown dictatorship has really taken effect. Like I say, I'll correct people again. Sowore pushed out Goodluck Jonathan with a little of what he could do. He wasn't the major game player here. And right now, he realized that this present one is also a thief and he's speaking out. So that's what it is. Here you can see federal government versus Sowore. The charges against him: 1. Rallying around to demand implementation of 30,000 minimum wage through revolutionary protests. 2. Plan to lead the public on a demand for qualitative and free education for all. 3. Held meetings with oppressed Nigerians to stop insecurity and state repression. Mobilized Nigerians to demand the release of all public prisoners and end systemic corruption. 4. Formed an alliance with the oppressed to fight for the economy that works for the majority. So how is this treasonable felony? Here, in a nutshell, Sowore didn't threaten or violate any direct constitutional law. Buhari is using national assets to arrest a private citizen. Infringement. Here someone says, last, we are heading towards military regime. If you talk, you die. You remain silent, you also die. Not all presidents will be like ex-president Goodluck Jonathan. I plead for Sowore on conditional release. Buhari wanted change. Now that is the change. Let us meet at the comment section below. What's your take about all this new development? And while you're there, may I remind you to kindly tap on that subscription button if you have not done so, and also the red notification icon bell below, so that you will be notified whenever new videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.